Hey everyone, it's your first Sugar Daddy season live cast of September. The first thing I always do is give an update, and the last time we had a cast was Thursday? So not a whole lot has fucking happened. As I expected, not much has happened in the meme coin sphere. Um, I'll have another one of these tomorrow. But starting Thursday, I might not be able to for like a week or two. We'll see. Some shit's going on in my personal life, and I might not be able to stream for a week or two. And we'll keep it updated on the X about when, at least we might actually have some other streams with some other people in the meantime about sports and other things like that. But my streams might not be happening after tomorrow till kind of mid or late of the month, and then it'll resume to being daily streams. And not that it's ever a good time for shit to happen or for things to, for someone to have to go off the line for a week or two. But actually, now is kind of the time. I wanted to talk about two things tonight. And these are kind of boring things. I'm not going to be going on my crazy rants. I'm not going to be using a ton of F-bombs, though I'm sure I'll use some. I always use some F-bombs because that's just the way it works. But this is going to be kind of a little more of a suit and tie kind of cast because I'm talking about two things that are pretty boring, but really, really fundamentally correct. The first part is markets, and the second part is meme coins being pure belief assets and how that relates to Shiba Inu and why Shiba Inu didn't work and stuff like that. So first, I want to talk about the markets. Let's see if I can actually share my screen without screwing up, because that's always an adventure. Okay. So I think most people know that in general, crypto was strong in August. Like Ethereum, Solana, those did well. Obviously, our coin was shit. But the thing about it was other meme coins were shit too. I'm going to go ahead and share. Okay, here's some charts of Giga. All right, is this working, Quan? Am I doing this correct? Yeah, I'm doing this correct. Okay, cool. Anyways, so you can see Giga. Like, Giga's been kind of shit for a while now, even though I like this coin. But you can see in August, it was all the way up to 1.8 cents. And it even got down to less than a penny over the weekend, which kind of, I know this sounds weird. Like, this whole thing looks like, how can you make the most of a tick? But again, it's the trader in me. When I saw this kind of on Labor Day, this move, it reminded me of when Solana ticked down to $7 for like a second, and then went straight back to $9. And you can see it's all the way back to 1.1 cent and climbing a little bit. It just, the feeling in my bones were the same. And I remember I was kind of bearish on crypto, and when Solana was down to $7, like I kind of predicted the down move. But the problem is I stayed a perma-bear at the time, which was pathetic. Because if I had just flipped along, even I was like, well, I should buy some here, even though I was kind of bearish. Like, these are the kind of moves where like, yeah, that's probably it. Now, that doesn't mean that Giga is going to go zoop straight up from here, but that low might really hold. Like, in my bones, I don't think Giga's going back to, say, like below 0.9 cents of a penny or whatever the hell it is. Like, I think it's going to kind of stay at a penny or more, but that doesn't mean it's going to go zippity zip straight up. Let's go look at here. Let me look at another one. Let's look at a couple other ones, okay? Let's look at Fartcoin. So Fartcoin is kind of famous. You can see it peaked early 2025, like kind of with the Trump coin and everything. And it had a shit August too. It basically went down 50% in August. You can see it went down. And my whole point is just that meme coins kind of sucked. Another meme coin that I like a lot, and I'll talk about that some more later in the show, is SPX 6900. And again, I'm going to have to talk a lot on the show because I got one more show tomorrow, and then I might be gone for a week or two. So I'm going to get all my yaps in right now. You can see SPX 6900 about as meme as can be. It lost 50% in it's $1 billion meme coin from 2 billion to 1 billion. And it kind of did well in 20, went down during the terrorists, went back up, back down. So let's go look at majors. Let's look at Solana. That 30 on Solana. Most, not all, but a lot of meme coins are on Solana. It's generally a Solana or Ethereum. And I'm indifferent. Like, I don't care if a meme coin is on Solana or Ethereum. Giga's on Solana. SPX 6900 is on Ethereum. I like them both. I don't care that SPX 6900 is on Ethereum and Sugar Daddy Season's on Solana. If I like a meme coin, I'm going to buy the meme coin. I don't care which one it's on, but they're almost always on Solana or Ethereum. So this is Solana. You can see Solana actually did well in August. Like, August, it kind of went back up, kind of reaching its highest of where it was in July. Still not quite where it was during the Trump boom in January with this coin, but it's had a strong summer. It didn't have that down move like the other coins did. But the history lesson with Solana, I got to take us back. Ah, shit. I was really hoping I could just pull up a Solana chart. Solana US. All right, come on, guys. Sorry, I'm trying to. I might have to. You know what I'm going to do? All right, I'm going to stop sharing my screen for a minute. Wait, am I back on here? Hey. Okay. I'm going to find us a nice Solana chart without us having to, watch me play on my computer the whole time. But I'll show you what I'm saying is I don't think these things basically, they had a shit August. And when something has a shit month or two, things don't tend to just collapse and go straight back up and move. What they tend to do is they consolidate and grind around and flop around for a little bit, gather some strength, and then go crazy later. That's generally what things happen. That's not to say okay, you should sell everything and immediately sell all your meme coins and wait for the moon, because you don't know when let's just say, like I said, Giga is at 1 cent, right? 1.1 cents. It went to 0.9 cents, so it's up 20%, right, from the lows. It could grind its way back up to 1.8 cents, which is a 50%, 60% return, which is fantastic. But it's going to look like nothing on that chart. But that crazy move to I think Giga can get to $1, right, which would be $10 billion. That's 100x from here. That crazy move, if it happens, it's not happening in September, and it's not happening in October, and I don't think it's happening in November. The bulk of the craziness always happens near the end of a move. That's how markets work. The bulk of the gains happens near the end. But if you get in early, and I mean early, when they're flopping around near dead, well, then your entry's fantastic. And you can just kind of chill and watch it go up. And if you actually believe it and get there, you can just kind of chill and then everyone else is kind of getting in there and trading and going crazy. Your entry allows you to kind of get those gains if you believe and you can hold. So I think, and I could be wrong, that the next couple of months and really the bulk of the rest of this year is going to be a quiet consolidation for meme coins and a quiet kind of base ready to ramp and go crazy next year sometime. Because meme coins will happen after, say, Solana and Ethereum really kind of have their big moves up. Because even if, say, Solana goes to 300, that's a 50% move from here, and that's fantastic. People want that 50x. They don't want 50% or a 0.5x. They want 50x. And the only way you get 50x is in stuff that's valued a lot less, like a meme coin, and has no real fundamentals, like a meme coin, and can just go ballistic. So that's why these streams it's almost the sort of thing where people can get bored real fast because not a whole lot's happening. Even though Giga went up 20% from the low to where it is now, 20% is a lot. No one like bought that low and with like a shit ton of fresh cash and is selling it. Do you get what I'm saying? Like what we're seeing with the memes, in my belief, I think, is the last shaky shakeouts, like the rinsey rinse. Okay, I found a good chart. I found a good chart of Solana. Sorry, I like whistled there. Okay, here's a chart of Solana, and this is a weekly chart. You can see it's at 208 here. You know, it got even higher beginning of this year. You can see all the way back to the 2021 boom. Remember that? Like when it went up to 240 or something like that. And then it went, you know, boom, down, 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 all the way down here. And this is where I remember that fucking bullshit move, like right around here. And you can see it had a little pump not too long after. Like whether it was here, but okay, more or less you can see that November to January, it just flopped around near dead. And then it had a quick pump, and again, it kind of did nothing, fake move down, fuck around, boom. So if you bought here in, say, early January, or even if you bought in, say, November on Thanksgiving, or whenever you bought it, you would have had a little bit of gains. You would have had a 2x, call it. And maybe that's what we get if you bought here and you hold for like a few months. Maybe you get a 2x. Maybe you double your money in these meme coins. And you can see they fucked around for a long time. Solana messed around for a long time. And then it started to zoom about 9 months later. Now, I don't know when the zoom will happen, but you don't, just because you buy here, you don't want to sell here. Okay? You don't buy here and you sell here for a double. You want to sell it here, or at least here. Okay? You want to sell it for the 20x, right? You don't want to sell the 2x. You want to sell the 20x. You still want to buy here. You don't want to have to wait and buy here or here, because who knows? You see how long you just kind of did this? Quan, is this making sense to a normal person?
Yeah, 100%.
So this because I read charts all the time, but like normal people don't. So this is making sense, right? You see, like, yeah, like this is where I think we are in the meme coin world. And I think this might happen soon where we get this little double. But even if we do, we're still going to sit around here for an undetermined period of time. And then we do this. But see, this thing will be much, much stronger in meme coin world. Yes, we get this 50% or 100% move, and then we sit around do nothing. If you bought the exact, let's just think Giga, right? You bought 1 cent, and it goes to 2 cents. And say by Thanksgiving, let's just say, I'm not saying it will, but let's just say it does. It goes to 2 cents by Thanksgiving. And then it sits at 2 cents till April. Okay? Because remember, I'm always about at least a year early before the real boom happens. And I got into the shit 420. Okay? 420 is when I got into this sugar daddy season. I'm generally at least a year early. Okay? At least a year, not just 6 months, a year. So I'm here often to buy this damn bottom, but we still have to wait through all of this. Okay? We don't sell, or I don't want to sell until I'm getting this. Okay? Or at least this, or this. And I don't know when it's going to happen, or even if it's going to happen. Okay? I can't guarantee this is going to happen. Obviously, I don't know if it's going to happen. I think it's going to happen. I believe it's going to happen, but I don't know it's going to happen. But I do know if it happens, it's not going to be easy. Okay? It's going to be this left for dead. Then it gets a little other move, and it still doesn't really get much traction, and then it just goes. Because everyone sold is gone. And then everyone starts to believe because of the price action. Okay? And meme coins will happen. This move will happen faster with a meme coin than it happens with a Solana, and it'll be bigger. If you believe in my thesis, and you believe in being the sugar daddy of meme coins, you must believe in meme. What I mean by meme, it's an acronym. Meme economy must explode or refund. Got it? The meme economy must explode. Meme coins must, the total market cap of meme coins must explode or refund. Because it's not about choosing, if like the amount of money in meme coins stays the same, that's lame. Okay, then it's just choosing which meme coin, which is the hottest meme coin of the day. And it's that player versus player bullshit, and everyone chasing their tail, and everyone worrying about this rug or that rug or whatever the hot part of the day is. I'm not in here for that. Okay, that's what you do. Like at the end, like that's like I'm not in here if this the whole meme economy doesn't explode. Like that's not what I'm here. I don't do well in games where it's a bunch of snakes trying to snake each other. I get bit. I'm not, I'm too nice. I'm gonna get fucking swallowed. So I'm here because I think meme coins will explode. And if they don't explode, then we're fucked. But they're not gonna explode this month or next month, or even I think this year. But this could have been the bottom. This could have been the bottom. And buying here could be the best entry point you're going to get. But even if it is the best entry point you're going to get, you're going to have to wait. You're going to have to be patient. You're going to have to just let it sit there in your Phantom wallet.
We got a good question on the kick from Sugar is the Only Season. Michael, how do you predict it'll go up versus knowing it's dead? I think that's a general question, but
well, that's not. Yeah, again, that's the problem. How do we know this will go up, or if it's dead? See, that's what everyone thinks, right? You got to understand, you're not the only person that thinks that. Everyone thinks that. Okay? Everyone thinks the same thing you're thinking. And this is kind of where my game theory shit comes in handy, because once they start to move, everyone's like, oh, they are real. And everyone piles in. And if all of the people that don't believe are out, then they zoom up. Because there's really no sellers left. And all of a sudden you have a shit ton of people buying. Because you have all the dry powder is waiting to see if this is real or not. And they need some sort of confirmation by going up. And not just kind of going away. So when is that going to happen? Not this month or next month. It'll happen generally. Like I expect Solana and Ethereum to must go higher first, one or both, and then that money, it gets in the hands of Solana fanboys and Ethereum fanboys, and guess what they're going to do? They're going to buy some of their meme coins with it, and then that makes them go up, and then all the public's going like, "Holy shit, it's happening!" And then it goes up. That's why it's an end of move situation. But I don't think meme coins will really go until Solana gets to call it 250 or 300 first. Would be my guess. I could be wrong. So, yeah. Like, they could keep going lower, or they could just sit here, and it's kind of scary. And that's why you don't ever put all your money in freaking meme coins. But that's just the way markets work. If it was so easy, then there wouldn't be the gains, right? Like, if this was so easy and the market didn't fuck with everyone's head, then there wouldn't be this possibility of this 10 or 100x or even 1000x gains. Like, the market must fuck with our heads for us to maybe make money. The market must fuck with you so hard and force you to not believe and think it to happen for you to actually make money on belief, because it's easy to believe when stuff's going up. And by then I'm not going to say it's too late. By the time it's easier, like, yes, the meme coin boom's happening, pile in, they've already gone up 5x. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, you could put in more, and kind of ride that last. Like if the meme coin boom starts to happen, you could put more money in because you're like, okay, it's happening. We all know it's going to keep going. That actually makes sense from a risk standpoint. Okay, if you're like a fund manager and your thesis is these things are going to go crazy, you can wait for confirmation before betting more. But the initial bet will make a much higher percentage than your follow-on investments. Because the follow-on investment is when everyone else is investing. And the thesis for the follow-on is, okay, the initial thesis was correct, but this thing's going to have some legs, so you might as well keep riding it. Right now, we don't know if it has legs or not. Okay? We just don't. We don't know if it has legs. Meme coins have not proven they have legs. Okay? They have not proven it yet. Right now, we're in the believing stage where the highest gains can be made. And that's a sugar daddy season, and sugar daddies and meme coins must fundamentally believe in them, or else why are we here? But for your average person, you can wait, right? But instead of buying Giga at a penny, you're probably buying Giga at 5 or 10 cents. You know what I'm saying? It's up to you. I'm not going to tell what the person to do, but okay, thank you. So the next thing I want to talk about is meme coins as pure belief assets and why Shiba Inu kind of fucked everyone. When I was on this trip, I talked to this boat captain in Florida about meme coins and why I believed in them, and he mentioned how, like so many people do, they bought Shiba and they still own it. I'm like, why do you still own it? And they're like, because it's just like, hey, if it just goes to like half a cent, then it's like worth so much money because I bought, Shiba it was kind of predatory because it took advantage of people not understanding market cap. It took it, people like, oh, the price is so low, it's a penny, or it's not even a tenth of a penny. But it's all about, but there's like 1,000 quadrillion of them, so the market cap is always high, and it's all about market cap. It's not about the price of the coin itself, which is really how much it's worth total, right? So Shiba basically took advantage. Shiba was poser Dogecoin and took advantage of people's not understanding market cap, and it was just kind of a quick money grab, and it works. Shiba didn't stand for shit. But the funny thing is, it goes to show that there's this demand for meme coins if people bought it and still hold it. They still hold it because they want to believe in it. They want to believe in a meme coin. They want to believe in a pure belief asset. They just got fucked by Shiba. And then you can fuck that back because somehow it still has value, right? So, if all meme coins were just Shiba Inus and poser cats and dogs, I wouldn't be here. Because I'd be like, this is stupid. It's just all trying to be predatory and take advantage of people being stupid. Like, I wouldn't be here. Like, what's the point? That game played out 4 years ago. But when I see the fact that these guys still own it, they want to hold it and hope for it. To me, that says something. That says that there's demand for a pure belief asset. But the key is people must believe in the asset. They must believe in the pure belief asset. People didn't believe in poser Dogecoin. It's just poser Dogecoin, and there's like 1,000 quadrillion of them, which is why they're so cheap. If people actually believed in the pure belief asset, then maybe it could be like Bitcoin, because people believe in Bitcoin, and that's why it's worth $2 trillion now. And now you have people that don't believe in Bitcoin buying it because they're like, it's worth something. Institutional. Why? Because people really believed in it. And these meme coins, they started to form communities after the last boom. Real communities, not poser Dogecoin communities. Yes, it's a process. So, as the sugar daddies of the meme coin world, we believe in meme coins. People that invest in people that own sugar daddy meme coins should believe in meme coins. And the meme coins we buy, those communities should believe in their coin too. There should be something that people can tangibly believe in. I don't buy cat and dog coins. Like, whatever. And maybe if it really speaks to me, maybe if it really speaks to me in some weird way, like we have a bear, but it's called Sugar Daddy season. It's just that he's our mascot because he's hilarious. And we want something that's better than a human. Okay? Sugar the bear is immortal. We don't want a human. Humans are lame. So that's okay if it's a mascot that's an animal, or a mascot that's a cat or a dog, but it needs to be more than just being a cat or a dog. So I talked about Giga. They believe in testosterone and working out and this kind of alpha male shit. But they fucking believe in it. I bought some of their stuff today. I got it in the mail. There's some of their shorts and their drinks and all. They'll have drinks soon. And this is a real brand, and they believe in it. And I know there's a lot of meatheads and a lot of guys in general believe in what Giga stands for. I believe they believe. You know, another community I like, and I generally say I'm not going to buy. I talk about coins over $1 billion, and this one's right at $1 billion right now. Is SPX 6900. Those people believe. And I retweeted a video over the weekend that got a lot of comments and stuff. They believe. They understand the guy that started gets that meme coins are communities and pure belief assets, and they stick by it. Kind of same reason we stick by it. I believe in meme coins at the very least. What you want are people that believe in it, and that belief will make the public feel it this next time. No one believed in Shiba Inu. No one. Okay? No one believed in Poser Dogecoin. Everyone was just greedy and hopeful. And guess what? The fact that that coin still is worth $7 billion goes to show that there's demand for a pure belief asset meme coin. Okay? That's what it shows. That's what it shows. It doesn't show that people are stupid and that people are stupid and what's it called? Like when they don't want to change their mind. Stubborn. It's not that everyone is so stubborn. It's that people want this thing. They want something to work. And it's not going to be Shiba that goes crazy. It's going to be some other meme coin that goes crazy. And I don't know which one. I think it's going to be a few of them. It's not going to be 50 of them. Although they might run just like DeFi. Like when I got into DeFi in 2020 and 2021, I bought a variety of them. And guess what? Almost all of them went up, and then a lot of them crashed. But some of them still are up. And that's what I expect to happen with meme coins. A lot of them will go up, but only a few of them will survive. But the few of them will survive will deserve it. And it's not about never selling all of them. You can sell it once the boom happens. Like, I'm selling where the hell you feel like it. And I'll definitely will sell some when the boom happens. And I'll target the ones that I feel like aren't really making the most of it and will survive as those ones that would sell if this boom happens. But I can tell you this. Whether it's SPX 6900 or Giga or some of these other coins I'm going to buy, I want to feel that they believe. And part of the reason people talk about rugging and all this shit is because it means someone didn't believe. And all it takes is 1 or 2 or 3 or 4% of the owners of the market cap to not believe for it to really mess up the price. But whatever. You don't wait for the. It's not about hoping like these things boom outside of a meme coin boom. There should be so much of an influx, so much of a charge of public money that fuck it. Who cares if 2% or 3% don't believe? Okay, fuck them. They miss out. They miss out on the bulk of the gains. Okay, now I don't think in Giga and SPX 6900. I don't think that like. I don't think more than 5% of the holders don't believe. Okay, I mean these things have shooken out. These guys believe, and if we get some money in there, these things will go. And it's not going to happen today. It's not going to happen tomorrow. It's not going to happen this month. I don't even think it's going to happen this year. But I think it's going to happen next year. And when it is there, it will be glorious, and we will be there cheering them on. We'll be the cheering. We will be the official sugar daddies and cheerleaders of the meme coin boom. We'll be the ones that called it. We'll be the ones that cheered on. And guess what? Where's the first place that people knew to meme coins? Because when your average person learns about this, they'll be like, what the fuck should I buy? That's the first thing people say. Okay, I might believe you, but what should I buy? And I try to always say you should buy what you think you believe in. But they want to at least see what other people believe in. And they can join our community and people can talk about what other communities they believe in. Because, yeah, when someone buys some other coin, everyone's like, yeah, I believe in that coin. But you don't know if they're just saying that because they own that coin. Like, it's nice to have almost like have a third party that kind of like looking at this from like a objective standard. That's like, we believe in meme coins and we believe in, and some of us like these communities, some of us like those communities, but we all like meme coins and we all can kind of run ideas off each other's heads. And that's what this is all about. And at the end of the day, you have to believe that a pure belief asset has value. You have to believe that these pure belief assets have value as brands, have value as communities, and have values as the big fuck you that everyone wants. Everyone wants to say fuck you to the boomers. Everyone wants to say kind of, I know, I'm going to probably die with this belief. I don't know. Who knows? Exactly. People want to believe in something. There's a lot of people out there that want to believe in something. They don't want to believe in politics. Politics sucks. They want hope, okay? Young people want hope. Young people, like, relationships are fucked. People aren't having sex anymore. They hate dating market's fucked. People got loans. They want to believe in a better future. And they feel like the boomers own everything and are just totally controlling everything. And they're kind of right. And they think things are rigged for the boomers because they are. Interest rates going down. Today, California's property market. Interest rates go down to bid up the price of land. They don't build more houses. They don't even tax the boomers on the fair value of their houses. They tax on the 1970 version or where the fuck they bought it. Of course, the young people are saying, fuck this. Fuck this, fuck this, fuck this, fuck this. Fuck this. I have value. I have value. We have value. And if we all work together to give the big fuck you, we can figure it out. Because that's kind of what they did with Bitcoin. And we can do it again. Everyone wants to do it again. They don't want these nerds that made all the money in 2010 because they knew about Bitcoin. Everyone that's kind of social and on social media, it's like, we need to run up some of these things, but we have to actually believe in it. And we're not going to believe in Pose or Dogecoin. But they don't have just Pose or Dogecoin this time. Last time it was just Pose or Dogecoin. We have communities that people can actually wrap their hands around. We have the Gigas, we have the SPX 6900s, and we have others. I'll highlight them all. And it doesn't matter. It's not going to just be one. It might only be 3 or 5, and that's fine. But people like interest rates and all this shit. Yes, it affects the fixed assets. It affects the cash flow assets. But people don't get there's all sorts of bullshit in these financial markets, like when people when these institutions were buying negative yielding bonds. Like, why would you buy a bond of freaking Japan for $100 and get paid $99 10 years from now? Okay, it goes to show there's a lot of bullshit involved too. Like Tesla stock, or I talked about some of these cult stocks. There's value in being a shareholder. There's meme value that's always been in the stock. And GME is still in the stock, being a GME holder. Okay, GME's still not valued as a stock, although it's still kind of is because it's a stock, but it's still always going to be inflated because of that GME thing from 4 years ago. What we need is the pure, but GME was 4 years ago, and it was to fuck over this one hedge fund that was a short seller. What people want is pure belief forever. Okay? Giga, fitness, testosterone, alpha male, forever. Sugar daddy season, relentless optimism. Cheerleaders of meme coins, forever. SPX 6900, big fuck you boomers, big fuck you traditional assets, forever. It's pure now. It's not poser Dogecoin. And we have the value of AI so these communities can grow. Random people can make funny videos and stuff so much easier than they can 4 years ago. So I believe in this. I believe in the pure belief asset. It takes a certain personality to believe in the pure belief assets. And the thing is, your average person, just as that our viewer said, when will they believe? Well, they'll believe when they all start to go up. And then everyone will start to believe, and then it'll be glorious. Any other questions, Quan, or are we wrapping it?
I got a lot of the stuff you said was gold. Like I got a buddy that for the last year or so, he's been like XRP this, XRP that, and initially I would just like blow him off. Like I don't have the funds to do that and invest in that. And now it's something that, I'm kind of look into because he has a pure belief about it. Like every time we get on a call, he's talking about it. And it's something that I have to like at least acknowledge his belief in it because that's all he talks about. So he's done his research and he's on it. Like this is the new financial system. Like these are the things that he's telling me. So it's like one of those things that I understand the belief aspect is just, this question here was really good. Like how do you know when something is dead? And
here's where I'm going to hate on XRP though.
Okay.
Most people that say they know XRP, I'm like, do you even know what XRP does?
They
don't.
Thing, yeah.
It's XRP. It's owned by some company it's owned by the Ripple company. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't own any XRP, and I don't think I ever will. And people believe in it because the price went up. Okay, they believe in it because the price went up. Fuck that. What if I told you that the price goes up of these other things that you actually understand what they're about? It's very obvious what Giga is about. It's pretty obvious what SPX 6900 is about if you watch some of their videos. Shit, it's obvious it's kind of obvious what Pega is about. You see, like, these things actually are about something. They are something that you can wrap your hands around. And these are, like, what is Bitcoin about? Everyone knows what Bitcoin's about. Fuck the banks, fuck the government. And that's why Bitcoin is worth $2 trillion. Okay? So, what XRP shows is that people will believe in anything that goes up. What Shiba Inu shows is that people want to believe in something even if it's opposed to Dogecoin. So what I'm trying to say is, here are communities where people actually believe in the message. What happens when money actually goes into these things? Which is what happens near the end of crypto moves, crypto 4 or 5 year cycles. Once these things actually start getting some real fresh money, and the people in them actually believe in them, and people buying the coin actually know what the fuck they're buying for once. You think I even knew what most of these DeFi coins did? I knew some of them kind of did. I didn't really know the tokenomics of them, by the way. They went up and then a lot of them went down. If something's a pure belief asset, it makes sense when people actually know what they're believing in this time. And that's what these meme coin communities are about. And this is their first real fucking chance, okay? Just because Giga topped out in 2024 or whatever the hell did better, doesn't mean it can't go 100x from here and go much higher, okay? This is the first real cycle for these coins. The first real cycle for SPX 6900 or Giga, or obviously Sugar Daddy season, or any of these other ones, or Peppa, or Altcoin, or whatever. My final people believe in price action, but people need to be honest. They're just believing in the fucking price action. And there's a cult behind the price action. What if I tell you if there's price action, an actual belief that your average fucking idiot understands? Your average idiot kind of understands Bitcoin. They understand digital gold. Your average idiot does not understand what XRP is about. XRP Army, I believe in it because it went up. Something about banks. I just don't buy it. It's a little poserish.
My final question. How many times do you think you were doing really good up until like the last 10 minutes? How many times do you think you said fucking this? Let's set
What?
the line at, I'd say 30, 30 and a half. You think over or under?
Under.
I'll probably it was really good for like the first 20 minutes, and then you went on like a 4 fuck spree. So
Yeah, my neighbor's like, one of my neighbors like, yeah, I'm like, what? You watch my cats? He's like, yeah, like the first half or like the first part, and then you really when you go off on a tailspin, I kind of like zone out. I'm like, I thought that's the good part.
yeah,
All right, so we'll wrap up tonight. I'll be doing this again tomorrow, and then I'm probably gonna have like a week or two of no streams myself, and then I'm gonna get back on it, and we'll see where we're at. Talk soon, everyone.